Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. NDA Podcast. This is where I draw my secret projects. Oh, wow. That's great. I can hear myself. Where is it? There we go. There we go. I fixed it out. So, folks, this is where I draw my secret projects that I can't share. Right now, I'm drawing a miniseries Spawn Kills Every Spawn. But I do like to chat and hang out with you all. So we're going to be streaming while I work. And behind me, we're going to play some speed videos of some artwork I did. This is a couple years ago. This was a Harley Quinn. I call it the Harley Chunk. It's like a little chibi Harley Quinn. And we're going to hit that now. There it is. And that's going to go on in the background while I work. If you have any questions or your comments, if you want to see me play anything or talk about anything, just leave them in the comments below, especially on the YouTube. Helps the algos, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to work. I am currently on my end drawing a big city shot. You can kind of see a little sneak peek of it on my Instagram. There's a little 10-second animation I made. I have so much buildings to draw, I gotta move fast. I gotta blob all this stuff in. Like, even when you're doing complicated pages, you don't get more time. So it's like, you gotta draw faster. Hey, what's up, Big Poppy? I am just working on comic. I'm working on drawing spawn kills every spawn right now. That's what I'm doing. Hey, what's up, Chase? Hey, Chase, you remember when you mentioned the Fortnite Metal Gear art to me? And you were like, that dude reminds me of Rob. Remember that? Turns out I'm friends with that guy. Leo, dude. He's super dope, man. He didn't rip me off, but we chat back and forth on threads and Instagram like all the time. He's super cool dudes. Oh yeah, no, Big Poppy. What's playing behind me is something I drew. I drew a Harley Quinn Chibi thing a couple years ago, so that's playing behind me. What I'm working right here, which you can't see, is the comic. So I can't stream that. So what I do now is while I'm working, because I get lonely, I stream old art behind me that I did. This is my art. I did this while I'm working on the stuff I can't share. That's what we're doing. That's how I get around the whole can't stream your art thing. And I have like thousands of videos on my YouTube, so I just pull the videos and speed them up. And now I put them right behind me. Clever, right? He says, remember when we talked about the green screen thing? Is this playing in the background working? Yeah, there's no green screen behind me. The software automatically removes my room from behind me. So. And then I just put a video back there, so. Clever, right? Big Poppy asks if I'm taking any commissions right now. No, I am not. I will though, but right now, I am not. So probably by summer. I need to get through. I got one more issue to go, and maybe when I'm closer to the end of that, I'll start to take commissions again. But just hard to take commissions and draw the comic. You know what I mean? Like, Face asked me, it's a cool. What am I playing with? This is just royalty-free music on Pretzel Rocks. This is Wesley Plass and Johann Trieber, 2 Miles. Yeah, just some royalty-free jazz music that it's YouTube friendly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing. With the commissions, though, I probably will only do, like, traditional stuff, though. Because I'm doing so much, like, digital work, man. I don't know. Like, I gotta work it out. Okay, so the hair is looking pretty good. You said Sony ended up firing a bunch of people? Yeah, man. Way too many tech layoffs, man. It's all unnecessary, too. They just keep focusing, like... They should be making a bunch of AA games, man. You know, it's just... It's ridiculous. Games that are like scaled at PS2 level, you know, but with better lighting and shit, or PS3, whatever, you know, like. Because they can, because everyone else is doing it. If you don't want my opinion, dude. You know, it's ridiculous. They're just gonna end up hiring everyone back within like a couple years, and they'll be different people. It's dumb, dude. Like Microsoft for years and years had like a layoff policy. Like that's why Halo got so bad, because every 18 months they had to let people go, and so they were just constantly losing teams. You know, and it's like how you can't build fucking consistent, you know, games that feel the same, especially in franchises that the teams are rotating every 18 months, man. It's messed up. I mean, Zelda games are so good because the same people have been working on Zelda. It's the same people, man. You know, a lot of them, especially people at the top, you know, it's like... Yeah, it's toxic. %. I think that's why Nintendo's... Yeah, it's exactly why they're strong. And, you know... Once Tech Bros took over, dude, you know... It just... Yeah. I mean, Tim Schafer's had to lay off because of financial issues. But they've always generally brought a lot of those people back, like as soon as they got money back, you know? And so like Psychonauts 2 was made with, you know, yeah, it's a brand new crew, but there were people in that game that were there from the beginning, you know? Like, who came back, and it's just, you know, and I'm sure if he could, you know, keep that going, he would. It's just, it just bums me out, you know? Have you already done all the Capcom? Have you done like a Capcom character collage? Have I done a Capcom character No, I have not. I don't see myself doing a giant collage piece anytime soon. They take me like 100 hours. So that would be fun. I have no doubt. Once I, like, if I'm not drawing comics, then that might be something I would do, you know, for certain. But I run into a bit of a problem with those collages. It's like, do I go digital? Do I do traditional? It would be impossible. It would take forever to do color pencil. I'd have to do it digital, you know, and it's just like, yeah. I was going to like 10 years ago, but stuff got in the way. At this point, I'm trying to do smaller character pieces and doing more traditional work, you know? Rather than like these big 100 character jam pieces or whatnot. But I don't know, man. You know, it would be fun, man. I love Darkstalkers. I love Mega Man Legends. I mean, I love the original Mega Man series, you know. And it's like, you know, I love Street Fighter, the Alpha series. You know, big Rival Schools fan over here, buddy. Love Rival Schools. But I can definitely see me doing some Capcom stuff in the future. Yeah, one way or the other, you know? Okay, so if I have a copy of the magazine, but you're able to sell a Game Informer card. I have the copy of the magazine. Are you able to sell the Game Informer cover art? I could, but I don't know. I don't know. Those published pieces, man, I'd have to charge like a lot of money, Chase. You know, like that's probably charge 10 grand for that. I've saved most of my published artwork, especially from the game magazines. Like, Big Poppy says, I love Maximo, dude. You ever... Oh, hell yeah, man, I played Maximo. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, Maximo's great. Played Maximo 1 and Maximo 2. Maximo's badass. That's fair, oh man. Yeah, it's published work, man. You know, just especially these days and age, there's just not a lot of it, you know, so. I love Maximo. That was that real fun era of Capcom, like when they were working with Clover, Studio Clover, and doing like Beautiful Joe and Piano 3 and all that stuff, you know. Before the 360 era, when they went all weird with Bionic Commando sausages and stuff. Maximo was like a third-person Ghouls and Ghosts, man. Like remake in a way, it was better than Ghouls and Ghosts, though, dude. It was like a little armor dude, but it had the same rules. Like when you get when you get hit, you lose your armor and stuff, Chase. Dude, Maximo's dope, Chase. Dig it up. Seriously. You'll probably, like, briefly remember. Maybe you missed it, but it's super good. Yeah, dude, Maximo's great. I did a Power Stone piece once. Big Power Stone tribute for Megavisions. It was like plushies and stuff. Sure, the boxer part maybe. Yeah, the boxers. Yeah, that's from Ghouls and Ghosts. Like when you lose your armor, you see his underwear and stuff. What's up, Mario? Yeah. I love fun games, man, so, you know, I'm a fun gamer. Ghouls and Ghosts, I hate that game. Yeah, we're talking about Maximo, though, Mario. Maximo. Ghouls and Ghosts was tough. I loved it, though. Even though it was tough, I still loved the art design, the gameplay. Yeah, I didn't have to... Luckily, I've never been that great at video games, so I didn't get really mad if I wasn't good enough to beat something. I just would enjoy playing it, you know? See how far I could get. I didn't really start completing games until, like, story-based games came out, like Maniac Mansion. On the 3D thing they made for the... Yeah, the 3D platformer. Yeah, Maximo. Super dope. Wish they put him in Smash Bros. Yeah, Arthur, I know, but Maximo would be dope. Especially because the levels, the backgrounds and stuff, dude. He's so good. Hey man, I like Dino Crisis. You know, we'll talk about a Capcom series you can bring back. Dino Crisis. You can make it better than the original. Just don't do cybernetically enhanced dinosaurs and shit. Just keep it dinosaurs, you know? It's like Turok. I like it when Turok fights dinosaurs. I don't like when he's fighting aliens and shit, you know? Just fight dinosaurs. Right. Never played Dino Crisis. I'll look at some of that. I love classic tank controls. Tank controls added suspense. That was the thing, like, game magazines and gamers didn't get at the time. They're like, oh, it hangs me up. Like, yeah, but it's supposed to throw you off a bit. So just like in horror movies, when people run and get trapped on things, it builds tension. Yeah, I know, but I've always preferred the first couple levels of Turok where you're just fighting dinosaurs. It's like I like Perfect Dark when she's in a cybernetic Blade Runner kind of like James Bond world, but then when she's fighting aliens, I'm like, why? Why did you do the aliens? Ruby Heart. Oh yeah, dude. Man, they got so many characters they need to deal with. Power Stone. I mean, I really wish they'd team up with BlazBlue to do a new Darkstalkers, you know? Or Marvel versus Capcom, like a real Marvel versus Capcom game, not like that third one they made. Mega Mario says, yeah, definitely makes you feel like a shooter fumbling to open a door. Yeah, right, 100%. But you know, sometimes, man, gamers just want to feel like they're the ultimate badass. They don't want to feel like they're a victim. I kind of feel like there's a deeper psychology there, you know. But I always like tank control, so. Like, I would like them to make a Metal Gear Solid game with the same exact scope of the first Metal Gear Solid game, you know? Just focus on new characters, missions, and, you know, story and stuff, but same scope. I mean, if Nintendo can keep making 2D Mario games, why not? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, man. I don't like it. There was one guy at E3 when it came out, I was like, no, I don't like this. 3D is not good. And the character designs are blah. Blah, 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 blah. And Nika's in there playing Metal Gear, but based, yeah. Bird's eye view. Yeah. At that viewpoint and the same scale of game. Like, instead of trying to make a 100-hour thing, make a at the same scale as a PS1 game. You know? Because right now, man, I'm telling you, games are too big. The budgets can't handle it anymore, and that's why you're seeing, one of the reasons you're seeing tons of layoffs. They're too big. They got to bring it back down, man. You know? Yeah, well, I've always been advocating for turn-based games, man. I mean, look at the Trails series. The Trails series is operating at a 32-bit level scale, you know, turn-based combat, and they've been quite successful because they're done on a budget, you know? Like, yeah, man, make a big AAA game every 6 years, but in between, they should be making these smaller, you know, at scale games, and they can, you know, you can do it with hand painted textures and you know, ray trace lighting and stuff, and it would look pretty good, dude. It would look pretty amazing. Yeah, I'm a big Darkstalkers guy, but I would want Arc System Works or someone that really gets character design to do it. You know, I don't want realistic proportions with my Darkstalkers. You know. Yeah, imagine if Vice City in those games had just hand painted textures, you know, like. But with the same, like, you know, polys and stuff, you know what I mean? Maybe slightly better hands, right? You can give slightly better hands. I don't know, man. There was concept art for Darkstalkers game they didn't made that Art Germ did. It's in the Darkstalkers book, and they're realistic. And I'm like, no, man, that would have been a bad idea. I mean, he's a good artist and all, but wrong take, buddy. Wrong take. You know, you need more vanillaware than that, you know? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just wish... Like, the best thing I've seen come out of modern developers is the 2D, HD 2D look, because it's like, that's manageable for an RPG. It's manageable, budget-wise and time-wise, like that. That's doable. You know, and some gamers hate, oh, I don't like it, it's not pure. I'm like, that it gives you new features, but it doesn't wreck the budget. It doesn't take 7 years to make one game. Like, you know, something's got to give, guys. And, you know, I wish Nintendo was making classic, you know, Zelda games on top of their new Tears of the Kingdom, you know? I mean, technically they are. They did that Link's Awakening remake, but it would be nice to have a sequel to that with that art style, a new game, you know? They were kind of doing that on the DS, right? Like Link Between Worlds and stuff, but hasn't really happened since then. What time is it? 9:40. Maybe I'll get half or 1 page worth of buildings blobbed in tonight. A game that looks like Nimona or Classy, yeah, where do I assign it? So, you know, like I've been saying on the podcast forever, man, that they should be making a Super Star Wars series of games that feature the new characters. So like a Boba Fett, like a Mandalorian Super Star Wars game. Super Star Wars Ahsoka, Super Star Wars, you know, Solo, Super Star Wars, you know, sequel trilogy and shit, you know? And they could be like multiplayer brawlers, you know? Like, but 2D manageable. Yeah, they jumped the 16-bit era. I mean, it happened on the PlayStation. And look, I was part of the problem 30 years ago. God damn. 1996, you know, 28 years ago. When I was like, yeah, 3D, 2D's done. And then I played the Final Fantasy, the demo that had the Final Fantasy Tactics. No, it was the, what game came with the, was it Resident Evil? What game came with the Final Fantasy VII demo that had a video of Final Fantasy Tactics? When I saw that video of Final Fantasy Tactics, I changed my mind quickly. And then Symphony Night came out the next spring and blew me away. You know? I was like, all right. You know? I was definitely wrong on that. You know? I mean, think about this. Separate topic, but same idea. The last two best animated feature, the last two movies to win best animated feature were 2D movies, not 3D. But they've never given Symphony of the Night, like one of those Symphony of the Castlevania games, that kind of budget. They keep recycling animations and stuff, you know, and it's like, I love Sonic Mania. I know Sega of Japan, like, they fuck with that studio so bad over that game. It's like, that was the true Sonic sequel, you know? I mean, and they I don't mind them making another Sonic Adventure game, but just make it at Dreamcast scale, you know? Do lower poly, get great lighting in there, but, you know, design the worlds. Man, I played that Sonic Frontiers, and it's like, oh, how many pre-made assets did you buy on the asset store? You know, it's like, go back to low poly design, you know, like it just works better. Looks like a game, looks like a video game, you know. Was it last? Okay, so yeah. So last year was Pinocchio. The year before that was Spider-Verse. So there you go. Last three movies weren't 3D films, you know? There you go. Yeah, but the one before that, yeah, but it's still not a 3D animated film. It's a traditional stop motion movie, you know? So still, it holds up. The argument holds up. It ain't the fucking Moanas of the world, you know? Not that there aren't a place for it, but it's like, you don't have to spend. Frontier's weird, dude. There's just no consistency to the world design. It's just so weird, man. Like, had it been done in lower poly and actually art directed those levels versus making them look like, why are there weird things floating in the air? They could have designed it, you know, so those things made more sense, you know. Like, visually speaking. Look, dude, we made Crash 4 on a really good budget, dude. You know? And that's why I don't understand why they didn't continue with whatever we were planning on doing next, you know? So I'm not just saying this from like a fan perspective. I've worked on these kinds of games, and it's like, yeah, that was made at a great budget. And then Activision, in its weird fucking decision, decided to charge $60 for that game when it was supposed to be a $39.99 title. You know? I was like, why are you doing that? So weird. Toys for Bob didn't choose that. That's Activision. They decide all that stuff. I don't think Crash works as a movie. Personally speaking. I think Spyro could work more as a movie. Well, you know, man, that I worked on that multiplayer game as far back as 2017. That's why I was initially hired. You know, and I don't think anybody quite knew what they were tasked with making a Crash multiplayer game, and it went through a lot of versions. And then after we were disbanded, that was the version they came up with, you know. The version I worked on was a much bigger scale than that. You know, I think they did what they could. I feel like you'd have to a lot of creative liberty. Yeah, I think Crash Bandicoot would work great as a cartoon. I mean, it's been a cartoon series, sort of, but This works better as a game, man. I just think these things work better as games. Just make the game. Make the games responsibly. And put them on platforms that are going to sell. Like Crash Bandicoot probably sell on the Switch, but it wasn't available on the Switch, was it? Not for a long time, you know? Quite the shame. If I had my way, I'd like to see a stop motion Psychonauts series, you know? Actually, I would just like to see Tim Schafer keep making Psychonauts games. I just think they work better as games. But that's me. That's me. I don't think the Mario movie's better than any of the games. You know, it's fun, but it's not better than the games. It'd be great to see a high-def Mario game, you know? Like, I don't mind Nintendo making something like that, you know, once a console. But keep doing the budget stuff too, man, you know? Fire could definitely work in another medium fortune. I feel like Crash is more popular here. Well, the Spyro game sold more, you know? But at the same time, I can't say it. I can say we had a plan for that, but I can't really comment on that. Chase asked me, I don't think they asked me, but do I have a favorite dragon you designed? Yeah, is it Roscoe? It's the green one with the horns. That's the one where I was able to put my spin on it. Everything else they kind of like sort of pushed. I'm not being mean, it's just they kind of already had a bunch of stuff done, so it was like, we already did that, so you got to do this. I came in at the very end, so it was like I was very limited on what I could do, and that was the one that made the most sense. So that was the one where I was able to kind of get my ideas in. And they were kind of like being more budget friendly with the other ones. They were like, yeah, too much stuff, or too complex. Make it simpler. I mean, props to them for going with all 100 dragons, though, right? Like, they didn't have to do that. Kind of like appear for like 3 seconds. Like, I try to use his beads and chains to make an extra face, you know? Like, if you look, it's hidden. That's the stuff where I do that, and then, like, they go, Rob thinks too much, you know? I'm like, it's not as obvious. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't go for the obvious. We are right about there, aren't we? Aren't we? It's 10 o'clock. Well, folks, I have to get to sleep. I have to get up. I get up at 5, so. But I did get half the spread. I'm doing a 2-page spread, and I got half of it blobbed in, so. It'll probably take me another 3 or 4 hours to get the other page blobbed in, and then I will have to turn the opacity down and draw all of it again in final lines. So looking forward to sharing this one with you when that time comes. But I will be streaming again tomorrow. I'll be streaming every day, so if you want to hang out, you know, hang out. I will continue to throw videos up, you know, and get more rendered out, you know, as we go along. I got more to do. Appreciate you all hanging out with me. I'm going to roll. Stay safe. Get some sleep. See y'all later. Peace.